Hello everyone. I personally welcome you all into this webinar, which can actually be called as a short training about blockchain technology. But we have named it as Demystifying Blockchain because blockchain is a mystical topic right now. There are so many confusions in the market, so many confusion in the minds of the people who want to study it, whether to study it or not study, whether to enter the blockchain developer domain or whether to enter some other domain attached to the blockchain, become a blockchain consultant, advisor, what exactly do you want to become? So there is a lot of confusion. That's why we thought of this name that we should demystify the blockchain. So this is Demystifying Blockchain by ShreeCrypto. The part that actually matters today is cryptocurrencies and blockchain. They go hand in hand. So my career in basic IT domain, he has introduced. Now, what exactly is ShreeCrypto? So in the social media life and in cryptocurrencies or blockchain domain, they call me ShreeCrypto. Shrikant Kulkarni, instead of Shrikant Kulkarni, they just call me ShreeCrypto. So what exactly is ShreeCrypto? ShreeCrypto is a blockchain trainer and consultant, cryptocurrency advisor and mining consultant. I have spent 4 years in blockchain technology. I'm passionate about open blockchains and decentralization of almost everything that is possible. And currently I'm working on sustainable development and decentralizing renewable energy. I actually love to capture nature through my lens as well. So in short, my blockchain experience, I have tried to keep it compact in one slide now. I have conducted trainings for around 500 individuals, which comprise from students to the CEOs of companies and even some government officials and some other people as well. I have given consultancy to more than a dozen of cryptocurrency businesses. I have given advisory services to more than 100 investors, or you can call them individual investors. I'm currently working on my own startups in the blockchain technology domain, and I'm regularly trying to raise awareness about blockchain technology through trainings in colleges, schools, and also creating awareness through my social media handles. So this slide actually is one of the most complicated slides in this whole presentation, because this actually is trying to define blockchain. What exactly is blockchain? This comprises of many simple words, but when they are put together, it gets a little complicated to understand or bifurcate what exactly is the meaning of it. So let's simply read it through. Blockchain is a decentralized digital public ledger. So it is decentralized, digital, and public. But what exactly is it? It's a ledger. Okay, ledger is just like a database or something where you put in all the transactions that are happening. Maybe you owe somebody something, maybe you are spending something, so you just put it in the ledger. So it is a digital ledger, but it is decentralized and public. Okay, let's move to the next part of the definition. It is used to record transactions across many computer systems, implemented in such a way that any record cannot be altered or changed without changing all the subsequent blocks. So the next part simply means that it is usually a network or network of computers, or you can call those computers, you can call them as nodes. So it is a network of nodes, and it is implemented in such a way that if you try to change or alter or modify one transaction, you will have to modify all the next blocks or subsequent blocks. This definition will get clearer as we move on towards the next slides. Okay, so I've tried to show you guys what are the 3 different types of architectures available in the world. The first one is centralized architecture. Every single thing that you see, every single system that you touch in your life, every single system, maybe it's a WhatsApp, maybe it's Facebook, maybe it's anything. Every system is designed in one single way, that is hub and spoke, or maybe you can call it as a wheel. There is, at the center, there is an authority, or there is a server, or there is something who has value, who can dominate the other things and who can take the decisions. You can call it as client-server architecture in the simplest way. So what happens in the centralized system is that client actually sends requests to the server actually processes everything and then sends response to the client. So this is a centralized architecture. Now what started happening once everybody started using those systems, that there was a lot of burden on the servers. So they came up with the second one, which is called as distributed system. So in distributed system, server actually does not do everything. Server does some part of the calculations or processing, and it actually outsources some part of the calculations to other servers or maybe nodes itself. And what we are looking in terms of blockchain technology, or maybe Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, which is completely decentralized. So the difference here is, first system which we are used to is centralized. Then the second system that we started getting into recently is simply distributed system, where some things are processed on the server and some are processed on the nodes. But in the decentralized architecture, all the nodes are equal. There is no server, there is no client. Every node or every computer system which is running the software, which is part of the network, which is running the blockchain software, is treated at the same level. There is no governance model. Nobody actually is handling or giving orders to anybody. So everybody is at the same level. That is why it is called as peer-to-peer network. So there is no middleman available who can actually channel the communications or take the decisions. So blockchain, in simple words and simple three pictures, if you want to imagine it. Blockchain, as the name suggests, it is simply chain of blocks. So there is a first block which is linked to the second block is linked to the third block, and similarly you keep on building up on top of the other blocks. So if you consider blockchain as a chain of blocks, it is very simple to understand. It is simply a data structure. Just like you have stacks, just like you have arrays, just like you have something else, it is simply a data structure. Second thing, blockchain is open and public. You can see here the image. All the doors are open. So anybody from anywhere can access the blockchain system, can access the network, and can participate in the network, can provide services, can receive services, can transfer funds, or whatever this functionality is available on that particular blockchain. Anybody can take part in that. But this is only applicable to the open blockchains, public blockchains, not the private and consortium ones. We will consider those two things later on. Right now, let's just consider that it is open blockchain. And as you know that it is a digital ledger, so everything is stored in terms of ones and zeros, as we know in all the computer systems. So this is another one where we try to understand blockchain in a little more, little simpler, further simplify it. Okay, so what is a node? Node is any computer that is running the respective software and is part of the network. It is participating in the network. So it is trying to understand what other nodes are talking about. It is trying to ask questions. It is trying to answer queries, because every node is treated at the same level. This can be seen in the third point, which is called as flat network. So all nodes are equal. Second thing, it is a distributed ledger. So if blockchain is a ledger, and if it is distributed ledger, simply means that every node stores complete copy of the blockchain, or rather complete copy of the ledger. So all the transactions, if you consider the example of Bitcoin or Litecoin or Dash Monero, Zcash, whichever you want to consider, if you can consider those blockchains, so every node that is participating in that blockchain stores complete history of all the transactions since the beginning of time, or since the beginning of the blockchain. So Bitcoin blockchain started in 2009, 3rd January 2009. That was the first block. And suppose today is 30th May 2020. So any node that is active or that is live on the Bitcoin blockchain will store or will have in its storage all the blocks and all the transactions that have ever happened since the beginning of the blockchain, that is 3rd January 2009. So 11 years of data is stored on every node. So what benefit this offers is that you cannot lie to a blockchain, because every node is smart enough and every node has the complete copy of the ledger. So it can check whether any other node is trying to put in a false transaction or some wrong transaction. So there cannot be any mischievous behavior in the blockchain. Because of this, distributed ledger. So these blockchains are usually borderless. So it doesn't matter whether we are transacting across a table, across a building, across a state, across a country, or across a continent, or maybe from another planet. It doesn't matter to a blockchain. It simply doesn't matter because there are no borders. Just like internet doesn't have any borders, though many nations are trying to implement those borders in their digital world. Just like China, they are trying to censor everything, censor every. They don't even allow Facebook and Twitter to run there. So these things are enforced by governments, but I don't think that can be done very successfully everywhere. So borderless transactions and borderless communication is the key feature of public blockchains. And the last point is one of the most important points. If you read the phrase, it actually gives the meaning other ways. It says trustless system. So trustless system, maybe you might think that there is no trust in the system, but the real meaning is exactly opposite. The trust is actually built into the system. So while designing the blockchain, it is designed in such a way that I don't need to know who exactly is it that I'm transferring money to, or who exactly is it I'm trying to do a deal with, because blockchain guarantees those transactions. So trust is in the system itself. If I say to somebody that I have sent him half a Bitcoin and I send him the transaction, I say that there are 7 confirmations already. That means the transaction was put inside a block, and then there are 7 blocks after that. Anybody in the whole wide world will accept that it has happened on the blockchain because I have given the proof. So this is the basis for trustless system. I've given you just a bit of sources for your knowledge that you need to go to after this session is finished. In blockchain technology, I provide blockchain trainings, I provide blockchain consultancy, and I help in research and development of new blockchains as well. In terms of cryptocurrencies, I offer a little more variety. I offer cryptocurrency trainings. I can help you in cryptocurrency mining. I can help you design your mining plant or whatever you call it. I can help you. I can give you advisory services. I can help you in research and development. I can help you if you want to start a company in this domain. I can also help you if you want to come up with your own ICO. I offer 3 different trainings for people who want to learn cryptocurrencies and blockchain domain. So first is blockchain crash course, which is 1-day training, complete almost around 6 to 7 hours sometimes. Then there is blockchain basics course, which is 2 days training. And there is ABC 3, that is ABC of cryptocurrencies, which covers almost everything that you want to know about money and currency, the difference between money and currency, the history of money, the history of currencies, history of precious metals, and many things. How central banking works, how fractional reserve banking works, how money is created, or rather how currency is created. And I also want to thank every single participant who has taken part in this. And let's move to the next slide, which has my contact details. I know this is a bit much, but I like to give as many options as possible to everyone, because everybody doesn't prefer Twitter or everybody doesn't prefer email. You can simply go to Telegram and search for ShreeCrypto, or you can directly go to the search engine and type t.me/ShreeCrypto. Email address, I don't need to read that. LinkedIn, you can find me directly through this link, or just type in Shrikant Kulkarni. For Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and almost everywhere, I'm available on ShreeCool. ShreeCool. That is the ShreeCool. Okay. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thank you. I hope you stay safe at home. I hope you stay safe at office, and I hope you earn a lot of money and get into your group very soon. Thanks a lot.